Am I the a-hole for wanting to sue my mom for everything she's done to me? I need to get this off my chest. I'm 18 now, just barely getting a taste of freedom. And after what I've lived through, it still doesn't feel real that I made it out. For the past few months, I've been on my own after moving out of my adoptive parents' home, specifically away from my adoptive mom. And I left without warning. From work, straight to safety. I didn't even say goodbye.
Why?
Because I knew if I tried to talk about it or plan my exit, she'd try to shut it down, guilt-trip me, threaten to call the cops and report me as a runaway. She always had a way of controlling everything. To understand why I left, I need to go back. My little brother, 17M, and I were adopted when we were young because our biological family couldn't take care of us. In the beginning, our adoptive home felt like a blessing. They were kind. We felt safe. I thought maybe this was our second chance. But that illusion started to crumble when I turned 13. That's when everything shifted. My mother started treating me like the family scapegoat. I wasn't her son. I was her servant, her emotional punching bag, and her secret shame. She constantly forced me to do my brother's homework and school projects, claiming he needed help to succeed. This wasn't helping, it was full-on academic fraud. I'd be up all night trying to finish both of our assignments. I had no time for myself, and when I failed to complete my work, she'd punish me for being lazy. Speaking of punishments, this wasn't grounded for a week's stuff. This was full-on abuse. I was hit with belts, made to stand in a corner for hours, sometimes from morning until night. I had to write the same sentence hundreds of times before being allowed to eat. If my brother and I fought, and he hit me, I was blamed. I was always the problem. He's younger, she'd say. You need to be the mature one. Even when he shoved me against the stove and punched me, it was somehow my fault. Things escalated fast. By 14, her abuse turned unpredictable and terrifying. She'd take her anger out on me randomly, slapping me when I wasn't looking, laughing as I curled up in fear. One time she spit on me as I cowered on the couch. Another time she hit me with a vacuum extension wand, hard. No matter what I did, it felt like I was living in a war zone. Always jumpy. Always scared. Always walking on eggshells. Then I came out. When I realized I was gender fluid and tried to open up to her about it, I thought maybe she'd surprise me. Maybe some part of her would show kindness or understanding. Nope. She told me I was going to hell. She started mocking me, calling me gay boy, asking sick, invasive things like, so you're just going to let a guy F***CK you now? Any support I had, friends, LGBTQ+ safe spaces, my hobbies, she ripped them away. She erased everything that made me feel seen and safe. She also made fun of my appearance constantly. Told me I looked like my bio father, someone I've never met, like it was a curse. Mocked my weight, called me fat even when I was severely underweight from stress and barely eating. She'd barge into the bathroom while I was showering, pull back the curtain, and humiliate me. If I locked the door, she'd scream, "What, you think someone's gonna break in? Don't be dramatic." I didn't just live in fear, I lived in shame. I questioned my worth, my existence. I cried myself to sleep more nights than I can count. I was severely depressed and anxious, and when I finally asked her for help, she told me, "Everyone gets depressed. You'll get over it." When I had suicidal thoughts, the school counselor had to intervene multiple times. Her response? She screamed at me, told me I was ungrateful, that I'd go to hell if I ever tried to die. And then there's what she stole. Over the years, I saved nearly $4,000 for college. That money was mine. I worked for it, and she kept it. All of it. I've been able to get about $2,100 back, but the rest?
Gone.
She refuses to talk about it. She also kept my birth certificate, social security card, and even my insurance information, which I need, especially now that I'm trying to survive on my own. And don't even get me started on how she tried to sabotage every relationship I had, friends, romantic partners, even my current girlfriend. If she didn't approve, she'd find a way to destroy it. Told me I didn't know what love was, that I should let her pick someone for me because she knew better. Oh, and every Sunday? Church. Whether I believed in it or not. That's just the devil talking, she'd say when I resisted. So now, here I am, legally an adult, out of that house, still dealing with the trauma, still trying to figure out how to afford school and therapy and food. And I keep coming back to one question. Am I the a-hole for wanting to sue her?
For the money.
For the documents. For the abuse.
For trying to ruin me.
For the damage I'll be unpacking in therapy for years. I'm not asking because I want revenge. I'm asking because I want justice. I want accountability. I want the woman who made my life a living hell to finally face consequences. But part of me wonders, is that wrong? Is that too much? So, am I the a hole?